How's everybody today? Hope you all had had a safe holiday. Um, I want to start off first of all by sending my condolences and my prayers to the family of the friend that we lost this weekend. A friend of mine, Amy, and her husband were both killed in a motorcycle accident. As you know, as someone was trying to pass someone else, and they took a head-on collision and unfortunately didn't make it. Folks, if you're driving on the road, number one, drive the speed limit at least, so fewer people have to try to pass you. But number two, if you are passing someone, I mean, hell, if you're just driving, watch out for motorcyclists. All right. Now, let's get into this whole thing. Now, I'm naming this this video "Why I Don't Blame Feminism Anymore." Now, for any of you who know me, you know that I've been going after feminism pretty hard for a while. My disdain for feminism, modern feminism, came as a result of two bad relationships with feminists. You know, the belittling, being berated at every turn, having any masculine attributes attacked, just being made a fool of just because I was more masculine than what one of them would have liked me to have been, right? Now, any of you who know me, I've always been very, very kind when it comes to my relationships. And you can describe me in a lot of ways, but being an asshole to women is not one of them. All that to say that my treatment from them, or by them, I should say, it resulted in a lot of things up here that it took a very long time for me to get over. And it wasn't until recently when I looked at the big picture, and the conclusion I've come to is that it was my fault. My fault. I was the one who let that happen. You don't have to allow yourself to be psychologically abused by anyone, let alone the person that you're with. Now, the reason that I believe that happened was I was very, very low. My testosterone was extremely low, and I didn't know it at the time. I actually ended up going to the doctor for something else. We got some blood work done. Turns out my testosterone was ridiculously low. After we addressed that, I got to feeling like my old self again. I don't mean that like I got to feeling like I was 17 again, but for a while I had actually been feeling not myself for it was a couple of years. But anyway, we addressed it and I felt way better. The reason I bring this up is because we have right now in our society, we seem to be plagued by weak men. Every time you see a mass shooting, something like that, it's not the gun's fault. It's a weak man's fault. A man who is incapable of processing emotions in a healthy way, right? Men who are quick to get angry over nonsense and they don't know how to deal with it, right? We have become a society of weak men. And for the longest time, I blamed feminism. Feminism has absolutely come after masculinity. Modern feminism, anyway, absolutely has come after masculinity. But that shouldn't be affecting us. Regardless of what they do or say, that shouldn't affect us. The only way that it would affect us is if we allow it to, right? If I recall, the average males in America, the average male over the age of 18, their testosterone is something like 40% lower than what it was, 40 years ago. We are dropping at a ridiculous pace. A lot of it has to do with the food we eat, some of our personal practices. But bottom line is, I believe that's the reason why men have become weak in this country, maybe more around the world. Okay, but we are in this place right now where we have political turmoil, we have economic turmoil, we have all these things going on, and the last thing that we can afford to happen is to have our men become more crippled by this thing. Okay? If you are over the age of 25, do yourself a favor. Go and get checked. Go and get checked. You're at that point in your life where if you go and get your blood work done, maybe not, it doesn't have to be once a year or anything, but keep an eye on the stuff, because whether it's your testosterone, whether it's some other levels or something that's going on or that are out of whack, now is the time that you can address it, get in front of it. But the way it relates to what we're talking about here, we have to become stronger as a whole. We have to become stronger as a whole. One of the first things that you have to do to take a group of people over is compromise the men, compromise their ability to be able to protect the pack, protect the village, right? Bottom line, we can't afford to continue being weak. If you're over the age of 25, go get checked. Go get your levels checked. Okay? I guarantee you'll probably be very surprised by the results. But if you're out of whack and you get that corrected, it's going to change your life. I guarantee you. Okay? Folks, again, I hope you had a great holiday. Keep it safe out there.